Y'all, I'm at the end of First Samuel, so let's talk about it. So, just to give y'all a little context, here, David has went into the Philistines. He went into the enemy territory, right, to go hide because Saul was trying to kill him. Saul was like, "Yo, I'm not trying to kill you, boy. Like, you've been really good to me, blah blah blah." But David knew better. David was like, You done told me this 2, 3 different times. I'm good. I'm good on that." So David pulls up into the enemy territory, and they about to go to war with Israel, which is kind of a sticky situation for David. Okay, because David technically is the king of the Israelites. Okay, he just ain't on the throne yet. So as he's going out there to prepare to fight, the Philistines was like, "Yo, he not fighting with us because homeboy might get out there and decide that he really about them other people and start turning against us." Okay, so David is told to go back because they were like, "Yo, you might trust him like that, but we don't trust him like that." So David's like, "Yo, boys, we gonna have to go back because they don't want us out here." Now, this is all God's protection right here because he goes back, he doesn't have to fight his own people, which honestly he ain't want to do that, like, because he know, like, God has already told him that he's supposed to be on the throne. Okay, so when he goes back, this is where he really meets trouble. Okay, now just to let y'all know, just sometimes you might have this God decision that you've made, but it still leads you into trouble. So he goes home, and when he gets there, all his people gone, and the place is burned. Okay. Now, David is, and his people, his boys are so grieved. Now, I just want y'all to understand, if you ever lost something or have been in a season of loss, you understand, you could relate to how they must have felt. They were so grieved, so disheartened, like, they really was weak. Now, mind you, David lost something here too, because he didn't just lose his wife under Saul. He also lost his 2 wives that he done picked up along the way, okay? So they hurt, they disgusted, disappointed, and devastated. So much so that if you ever dealt with grief, it moves into anger sometimes. And this is an interesting thing, because I want you to ask yourself is, how do you respond in times of trouble? Because we see 2 different ways to respond here. And let me tell you something that blessed my life. The first response is when David boys got angry, they were like, "Yo," they sent in their heart for real. They were like, "We gonna kill him." He made this decision, right? He's responsible for this. Let's stone him. Okay? But here's what David did, because his response could be very well he was angry too. Absolutely. But it says that he felt strengthened and encouraged by God, by the Lord his God. So he turned to the priest and was like, "Yo, give me that piece, because I need to go to God with this, because this is my problem and I need a solution." And right here, I feel like this is for real Psalm 34, because let me tell you something. In my season of loss, my season of looking to rebuild, I'm telling you, I clung to this particular verse, and it's, "I sought the Lord and he heard my cry." And so I feel like right here, this is exactly what David was talking about. Now, the answer that God gave him for his problem was everything, because God told him, "Go pursue them, overtake them, and get all your stuff back." Now, I just got too excited there, because I just want y'all to know that if you're in a problem right now, and if you just go to God first, like go to him first for the solution, he has the ability to not only have you win in that situation, but get all your stuff back. So here's the interesting thing, though, that when David got the answer from God, he got the answer from God, he moves forward. Now, these men, they already tired, okay? And it never says anything about how David felt. Was he scared? Was he nervous? Or anything like that? He just moved forward. God told him the answer, and he went with that. He moved forward with that. Now, along his way, he lost men. Can you imagine that? I'm about to go towards this enemy that came in here to my territory, took my stuff, and I'm losing men. And he didn't just lose them one time, like a one-time deal, and then he took the rest. He lost some here, and then he got a little bit further, and he lost some there. So I can imagine him in his field, like probably with a little doubt. Like, I don't have what I had when I started this journey. But God is so beautiful because he used exactly what he had to make sure that it was everything that he needed. So because David moved forward, it didn't say that he wasn't going to have to fight, right? You might be in a situation where you might still have to fight. Like, that might be you moving towards your solution. You may still have to fight, because here, it didn't say that if David pursued them that the people would be scared and he might not have to fight. He went and he fought, and it said that he fought from twilight to the next dang on day. Like, they fought, these people, and they caught him at such a great time because they were off celebrating. David fought them, won, and got all their stuff back. And not only that, he was able to lock arms again, like reconnect with the relationships of the Israelites as well, because not only did he get his stuff back, he got some of their stuff back. And you know what he did? He sent their stuff back to them as a diplomatic sign, like, yo, I pray this gives us peace, like brings us peace, because here's your stuff back. Now, mind you, the boys they done said they gonna stone him. Now they still following him. They done secure all their stuff back. And then they were so wicked that they were like, yo, since we got this stuff back, this gonna be our stuff. Don't give them nothing. Don't give them other people that stopped off here and there. Don't give them nothing. And David was like, yo, we're not doing that. We're gonna give what's rightful to the people that's supposed to have it. So I'm just here to encourage y'all that, your trouble will only last as long as God is going to allow it. David had to have a situation come up against him so that he knew how to respond in times of trouble. So although we don't like trouble, this trouble prepared David for his kingdom. So although you may not like your trouble that you're dealing with right now, it could be preparing you for your next level.